Cowboys fans, you won't believe what just happened. CeeDee Lamb has finally spoken out about the rumors surrounding Mike McCarthy's future as head coach. His words are sparking debates across Cowboys Nation and could reveal the true state of the team's locker room. Is this a story of support or a wake-up call for big changes? Stick around, because this is a story you don't want to miss. What's up, Cowboys Nation? Welcome back to Cowboys Club, your ultimate source for all things Dallas Cowboys. Today, we've got breaking news that's shaking up the NFL. CeeDee Lamb just broke his silence on the growing speculation about Mike McCarthy being fired, and his comments have everyone talking. What do they mean for the team, the fans, and McCarthy's job security? We're diving into all the details, from what Lamb said to what it means for the Cowboys' future. Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe and ring the notification bell so you never miss breaking Cowboys news. Let's get into it. Cowboys fans, brace yourselves, because the drama in Dallas just hit another level. Star wide receiver CeeDee Lamb has broken his silence on the swirling rumors about Mike McCarthy's job security, and his comments have sent shockwaves through Cowboys Nation. This isn't just another soundbite. It's a statement that cuts to the core of the team's challenges, their aspirations, and their identity. What Lamb said has sparked heated debates among fans, analysts, and even former players, and it might just be the clearest window we have into the current state of the Dallas Cowboys locker room. Stick around, because we're diving deep into this breaking story and what it means for the future of America's team. Let's set the stage. The Dallas Cowboys are one of the most scrutinized teams in all of professional sports, and for good reason. With an owner like Jerry Jones, a rich history of championships, and a fan base that expects nothing less than greatness, the Cowboys are always under the microscope. This season has been no exception. While the team has had moments of brilliance, they've also stumbled in critical games, raising questions about whether Mike McCarthy is the right man to lead this team to the promised land. The recent loss that reignited these conversations wasn't just disappointing. It was demoralizing. Fans were vocal, analysts were critical, and the whispers about McCarthy's job security turned into full-blown speculation. Enter CeeDee Lamb. When asked about the situation, Lamb didn't dodge the question or give a cookie-cutter response. Instead, he delivered a candid and thoughtful perspective that has everyone talking. His exact words? "Look, we're all responsible for what happens on the field. Coach McCarthy is our leader, but at the end of the day, it's on us as players to execute. Firing him won't fix everything overnight. We've got to take accountability as a team." Let's break that down, because there's a lot to unpack. First, Lamb's comments are a defense of Mike McCarthy, but they're not exactly a ringing endorsement. By acknowledging McCarthy's role as the team's leader, Lamb is showing respect and loyalty to his head coach. However, by emphasizing player accountability, he's subtly shifting the focus away from coaching and onto the execution, or lack thereof, on the field. It's a nuanced take that walks a fine line between supporting McCarthy and calling out the entire organization, including himself, for not meeting expectations. But Lamb didn't stop there. He doubled down on the idea that the Cowboys' struggles can't be pinned on one person. "You can change the coach, but if we're not doing our jobs as players, what's the point?" he said. That statement is both a critique and a rallying cry. Lamb is essentially saying that the Cowboys' issues are bigger than McCarthy. They're systemic. It's a sentiment that resonates with many fans who have watched this team fail to capitalize on its immense talent year after year. So, what do Lamb's comments mean for Mike McCarthy? On one hand, they suggest that the locker room isn't completely fractured. Lamb's willingness to defend McCarthy indicates that the players still respect him and believe in his leadership. That's a positive sign for McCarthy, who needs the support of his team if he's going to weather this storm. On the other hand, Lamb's focus on accountability raises questions about whether McCarthy has done enough to instill a culture of discipline and execution. If the players aren't performing, isn't that a reflection of the coaching? This brings us to the role of Jerry Jones, the man who ultimately holds McCarthy's fate in his hands. Jones is no stranger to making bold moves, and he's made it clear that he expects results. While Jones has publicly supported McCarthy in the past, his patience isn't infinite. Lamb's comments might be seen as a message to Jones, a reminder that firing McCarthy won't solve all the Cowboys' problems. But will Jones see it that way? Or will he interpret Lamb's remarks as an indication that the team needs a fresh start? The reaction to Lamb's comments has been polarizing. Some fans are praising his honesty and maturity, calling him a true leader for speaking out during a tough time. Others are questioning whether defending McCarthy is the right move, arguing that the Cowboys need a change at the top if they're ever going to break out of their cycle of mediocrity. Social media has been buzzing with debates, with some fans pointing to Lamb's comments as evidence that the Cowboys' problems are deeply rooted and not easily fixed. From a team dynamics perspective, Lamb's comments are significant because they shed light on the mindset of the players. It's clear that there's frustration, but there's also a sense of shared responsibility. That's important because it suggests that the players aren't pointing fingers. They're looking inward. However, it also highlights the lack of a clear solution. If the players and the coaching staff both need to be better, where do you start? Let's not forget the broader implications of Lamb's remarks. The Cowboys are at a crossroads, and the decisions made in the coming weeks will have a ripple effect on the team's future. If McCarthy is fired, the Cowboys will need to find a new head coach who can maximize their talent and navigate the unique pressures of coaching America's team. If McCarthy stays, he'll need to make adjustments to his approach and prove that he can get this team over the hump. Either way, the stakes are incredibly high. Lamb's comments also raise questions about the Cowboys' offensive identity. Under McCarthy, the offense has been inconsistent, showing flashes of brilliance but struggling to sustain success. As one of the team's top weapons, Lamb is directly impacted by the offensive game plan. His willingness to speak out suggests that he's not just a star player, but also someone who cares deeply about the team's success. It's a sign of leadership and a reminder that the Cowboys' issues are multifaceted. Historically, the Cowboys have been here before. From the days of Jimmy Johnson to the Jason Garrett era, coaching changes in Dallas are always a big deal, but the results have been mixed. For every success story, there's a cautionary tale of a team that couldn't find the right fit. Lamb's comments reflect an awareness of that history and a desire to avoid repeating the same mistakes. For fans, this moment is both frustrating and hopeful. On one hand, it's disappointing to see the team struggling with the same issues year after year. On the other hand, Lamb's remarks suggest that there's a hunger to improve, a recognition that this team has the talent to compete with anyone. The question is whether they can turn that potential into results. Looking ahead, all eyes will be on the Cowboys as they navigate this critical moment. Will McCarthy rally the team and prove his doubters wrong, or will Jerry Jones decide it's time for a change? And how will CeeDee Lamb's comments shape the narrative moving forward? These are the questions that will define the next chapter of Cowboys history. All right, Cowboys fans, that's the latest on CeeDee Lamb's powerful comments about Mike McCarthy and the state of the team. What do you think? Should the Cowboys stick with McCarthy, or is it time for a new head coach? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Cowboys Club, and hit that notification bell so you never miss breaking Cowboys news. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Cowboys!